superstar Rebecca Oakes, and cheerleader extraordinaire Mr. Lance Conrad in the house. Yay. Rebecca, superstar, trainer extraordinaire, our teacher, our professor, the one that makes us look smarter, brings up our average IQ by at least 15 or 20 points collectively between the three of us. Rebecca, why don't you set the table and tell us what we're all going to have and talk about here today?
You bet. So, we just launched this amazing company, and I don't know, are we 50 days into the launch process? It's pretty fast. It's been pretty intense, pretty exciting. And, we've actually attracted a lot of new people to the network marketing space, or people that were coming sort of in a different space. Maybe they were in wellness and they've never done a fuel tablet before. So we feel like we've got people joining us from all areas, and they all have different skill sets, and they're all at different levels in their, professionalism or skill sets. I'm just going to share this little story with you before we get into the topic. So if you've known me at all, and I know I shared this story with Lance and Bert Green before, when I was this little kid, in high school, I used to do track and field and a whole bunch of sports. And I was just this little athletic monkey who would go around doing all these things. But I didn't have a support network. I actually had parents who didn't really want me to be involved in that kind of activity. In fact, my parents wouldn't buy me track shoes. They wouldn't buy me track clothes. They wouldn't drive me to my events. So here I was, 11 or 12 years old, and I had to figure out how to get to these events on my own. And I did. I would borrow shoes from the guy down the road because I had big feet, he had small feet, and we would find ways to get where we were supposed to go. So I love that lifestyle, and I was persistent and I was consistent, and I would just always try my hardest to be there. And you know what? It paid off for me. I got to win, and it felt good, and I built my confidence, and, had a lot of stuff positive in my life. Well, life goes on, and I became a teacher, and I became a mom, and then I got a little older, and, then things like COVID hit, and my whole focus on my wellness kind of shifted, and I stopped taking care of me. I stopped being that athletic person and didn't really work out that much anymore. And, I wasn't having the best health the last couple of years as I'd had, say, previously. So this whole 2022, January, I was like, okay, Rebecca, today's the day. Today's the day that you're going to get back into, fitness, and you're going to go for it. And so I would take a day in this week, and I would go work out, and I'd be like, okay, I did it one day. But then the next day an excuse would pop up, and maybe it was raining. I don't know. Maybe I needed to have coffee. Like, there was always some good excuse why, I really couldn't go and take care of my physical fitness. And for me, this is really important. I'm in my 50th year of life. I actually have a congenital heart issue. If I don't work out and take care of me, some bad things could happen to me in the near future. So it's really important that I take care of me and take care of my wellness. But I would, do this great workout and have all this intensity, and then I just couldn't finish. The week would happen, and I would drop off my workout, and I wasn't being consistent. And you know what? I wasn't getting any results either. And as 50 was coming up to me, I found myself, gaining weight, and it was concerning because it's kind of around the midsection, and that's a health issue. When you have a heart issue, you're kind of like, oh, I can't do that. But I just was really, really struggling to find consistency. And even though I would go through the pain of working out 1, 2, or 3 days, something would stop me. And then I would see no results. And I would think, I worked out a couple days this week, I should see something. And then I would give myself an excuse to have a snack because nothing was working anyway. Maybe I'd go eat some chips or do something else that wasn't good for me. And I just was not focusing on what I needed. And I wasn't accessing the support that I needed. So what I decided to do this July, Lance, is I actually paid this amazing trainer to start training me. Now, guys, she is a bikini body builder. Like, this woman, she looks amazing. I'll never look like that. Even if I go to the gym 7 days a week, I just don't genetically have it in me. But I'm not going to compare myself to her because I know what she is. I'm just looking at me in the mirror and seeing how I can do better, how I can become more consistent, how I can take care of my health. So I've been going to this lady, and she's been kicking my butt for 6 weeks. I've had 6 weeks of consistency. I've had 6 weeks of 5 days a week of me working out. And you know what? I'm starting to see some progress. I'm starting to see some changes in my health. My weight is coming down a little bit. I see other areas like my blood pressure, things like that are improving. And so what I did is, tied myself into an expert. I'm showing up every day. I'm investing 1 hour a day in my physical fitness. I find myself starting to eat better. I'm drinking more water. I'm choosing not to have some of those bad things that were setting me back. And I guess I share this story with you because you know what? It was painful. It wasn't easy. I didn't want to do this, but I paid. It was 5 o'clock. I've been going every morning, get up at 5, and then I leave my house at 5:30. And from 6 till 7, I work out with this woman. And everybody there looks better than I do. Everybody there seems to be having more success than I do. But I am making progress and I'm getting back to where I'm starting to attain my goal. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I think it's a metaphor or an analogy that works really well with the space that or the place that we're in today. We have this amazing company. We've had this in crazy intensity. Look what happened to us in the month of June. All these ranks we've hit, and we have some people getting out there and they're just, wow, what is Poland doing right now? Like we just see some amazing things around the world. And yet for some of us, it's not that easy. And it hasn't been progressing maybe the way that that person we see on Facebook did, or maybe my upline did. It's not necessarily going the way I thought it would. I mean, sorry, who wants to save money on their fuel bill? Like everybody in the world should raise their hand for that. And yet I'm facing skepticism and it's just not going the way I thought it would. I mean, I talked to 6 people and they all said no. Okay, so I think what I did there is I just gave you a bunch of topics where I'd like to help people, focus in today and maybe tie into the experts, Lance and Angel here. And basically this topic is about, I started, I bought my kit, I had all this excitement, all this intensity, good intentions, but you know what? People aren't just jumping into the boat to purchase this tablet. So I kind of don't know what to do. And so we have a mishmash of topics here. These are things that actually people have brought forward to me. And I'm going to ask Lance to sort of take it away for us and talk about what we can be doing to help us move through these different phases that we're at. So having said that, I don't know if I gave you enough of a topic, Lance, but that's kind of what I want to focus on today is how to get people tied in and moving forward with consistency and starting to see some success and how to, face some of that skepticism and where they're hitting some walls.
Yeah,
so I'm going to turn it to you.
You actually triggered a bunch of things for me while I was listening to you. And I also had a health journey. I've lost 50 pounds and went from overweight and fairly inactive to I never miss. Like I exercise every day. It's just a habit. But it started with some good advice, which was just don't miss. Do a little something every day. And I'm like, you know what? I could do that. And it started with some push-ups and some sit-ups, and then it got a little bit more and a little bit more. And it just started with little things daily that have compounded into a lifestyle that's very different. And so let's talk about that. What are some of the little things daily? Maybe I came out of the gate, I talked to 5 or 6 people, the first 5 people I talked to in network marketing just flat out laughed at me. And that might be the case with many of you. So what are some of the things, Rebecca, that people should be doing daily that maybe they're missing? So let's talk about some basics, daily methods of operation. What do you do daily to make sure your business is moving forward?
Well, sure. So again, remember that I'm in a different spot, but if I was just, I still have to do some of these basics every day, because I think the number one thing that people forget is that we do need to talk to somebody new every day about our opportunity or our product. And before, in my previous experience with network marketing, I found the conversation around business building very separate from the conversation of the product. I was in the health and wellness space. And so if I talk to people about solving problems with their health, I could lead it into a product. But here with this product, I think we can actually lead with the product and turn it into a business. And so the two conversations are subtly different, but I do make it a point to try to talk to 1 new person a day. And some of you might talk to 10 new people a day. It depends where you are in your momentum, okay? So when we first started in May and June, when we were on that Whisper campaign, I was really talking to more people than 1 a day, but sometimes those conversations went for a long time. Sometimes people were really interested and I found myself spending more time with that one person. That was quality. So I am trying to connect with one person in quality kind of way every single day. And if I don't talk to somebody new every day, then my funnel is going to slow down and sort of dry up a little bit. So there is that. The other thing that I try to do is talk to someone else's people every day. So I don't know if you want to call that tap rooting or just networking or what you want to call it, but if I have builders and leaders and new people, just someone new who says they want to, like save money on fuel, I might ask them if their sister or their brother or their mom or their aunt, or if they know somebody who wants to save money on fuel. And I said, can we get them on a call? Can we just start talking to them? So I do that every day, Lance. So if I've got the new person, that's great. If I can find somebody else to put someone new in front of me, I think that's great. And that's my one main goal. There's other things that I do, but I'm going to stop there and see if I've given you enough.
Yeah, no, fantastic. It's consistent effort daily over time. So the question I have for you is, who here would like to be a six-figure earner in your home-based business? Drop a 1 in the comments if you want to be a six-figure earner here with Gobi. And I'm going to give you a really like tried and true method that you can become a six-figure earner. Some of you are going to do it, and many of you are not going to do it. And it's simple. And you're going to be like, oh, that's too simple. It's kind of like compound interest. If you put at 20, if you put $50 a month into an investment account, by 50, you'll be a millionaire. But who does it? It's like, oh, that's too easy. It's too easy. So it's too simple, and you don't do it, right? This is the compound interest. 1,000 contacts, 1,000 presentations. You show people the business, you show them the product, you show them the money, you ask them to join. Show them the product, show them the money, you ask them to join. And you're like, 1,000, that number seems really big. Okay, well, let's break that down. That's 3 a day for a year. That's it. It's 3 a day. Can you do 3 a day? Oh, I'm so busy. I've got kids and I got jobs. You can't do 3 prospects a day. You can do 1 on the way to work. You can do 1 on lunch. You can do 1 on the way home. That's 3 a day for a year. Now, you don't want to wait that long. That's great. Why don't you just do 10 a day for 100 days? That means you're 100 days from being a six-figure earner. That's it. And I'm going to talk to you about some of the things I would do if I were you. Angel, what are some of the things you do? He's very good at attracting people to him. What are some of the things you're doing so that people are asking you questions about Gobi?
Well, pretty good question. Social media is one of my stuff that I got because of my freedom. Okay, that means people ask me what I do, what exactly is going on. Or sometimes I do a teaser, like I did a video. I'm very shy, believe it or not, and I am shy. Inside, I battle with that because of the barrier of the language. Okay, I decided to overcome that, but honestly, it's a handicap that I used to have, and I have to overcome that. But that's another one too. Like if you overcome stuff that make you afraid, but my social media is the one thing the people, like ask me what I do, and I say, hey, inbox me. I don't even tell them what I do. Or, like I hang out a lot with my nephews and nieces and family stuff that I do. And people ask me like, how you got always time to be doing the stuff that I do? That means I create a environment that people ask me what's going on. And that is what it calls people, like, truly, do you ever work? I say, no. Who would? That means that's...
So he posts on social media every day. Angel never misses. And it's rarely like, join me, or here's my product, or join my business. It's more lifestyle, food, nieces. Sometimes it's engaging with people in the business, but that's part of the narrative of this lifestyle. But he posts every day. So I would make that a habit. If I were you and I was new right now, I would post something every day and try to create a little bit of an online following. It's easy. Go ahead.
And I mentioned one more thing too. Okay, you guys, when you post, okay, we're not celebrities, okay? Some people go and post it, but they never take the time to acknowledge other people in Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use. That means make sure you always take some time to go acknowledge other people, even if they have other business. Don't ever go and talk about your business to them, but go to their page and congratulate anybody. It doesn't matter, like another company or their family staff, but you have to engage to people too. The same way you want them to come to you, go to acknowledge what they're doing and let people know that truly you care. Not only you looking for people to sign up in your business, you have to care for people. That means, you don't need to be doing this. I know it sounds bad, but when I go to the bathroom, that's my time that I use for that. I do. I say use your time because, people have the kids, moms have to go to work. Use your time that you can do, or like whenever you have a free time, go put a like. But when you engage, when you are actually there, when you let people know that you care, people will start looking at your stuff, and now they're going to be intriguing about what are you doing now.
Okay, so here would be my next thought. Every single person here should go post a testimonial in the Govee Experience ad tag message group. Very simple. And we're going to talk about this because I'm going to come back to Rebecca while she's thinking about it, how you do the math and how you figure out your testimonial. But you need your before gas mileage and then your after gas mileage, and then just post that into the testimonial group. Very simple to do, but then what you want to do is add, tag, and message 10 people into that group daily. What you're going to find historically, we found 3 that are interested, 1 that will join. That's 1 a day. But if with this product right now, save money on fuel, my guess is your numbers are going to be higher than that. I think you're going to see 5 that are interested, 2 that join. Another very easy way to draw people in is to send 10 text messages a day. And if I were you, I would pay the money to get the marketing system in the back office. There's 4 or 5 videos. There's 2 or 3 new ones that are coming. Those videos cost $20,000 and up to create, and you get them for $90 for the year or $9 a month. It's really, really clean into a landing page that automatically signs people into your downline. It's worth the money. And what one of my friends is doing, I believe it's DeMar, has told me this, is he'd send multiple videos to his friends. So send 3 or 4 videos to your friend and say, hey, could you watch these videos for me and tell me which one you like the best? Because it's for my new company and I want to find which one's tracking the best. And you'll be surprised because some are funny, some are serious, what have you. Some people are going to really think the funny ones are great. Some people might say that's not my style. Some people are going to really like the serious ones. But if you send them 2 or 3 and they actually watch them, they're going to say, what is that? That's your business? What is it? See, somebody asked, how do you start the conversation? The videos start the conversation. Okay. Now you can call them up and say, oh my gosh, it's the coolest thing. It saves you money on fuel. And it totally works. Is it safe? Yeah. Did you know the technology won the Nobel Prize? It's safe. Move on. I think you're spending so much time trying to explain that you're turning people off. They just need your testimonial that it's safe. If they're still not sure, hey, go look at the Govee Experience on Facebook. You're going to see dozens and hundreds of testimonials of people putting it in their Porsches and in their diesels and in their tractors and all that. Go. And so I would add, tag, message 10 people a day. I'd send 10 text messages a day. Those are things you can do in 30 minutes. You've contacted 20 people, you've started a bunch of conversations, and now your pipeline's full. So there's my thoughts.
Well, honestly, what he's saying to you, guys, and you don't need to be an expert too. I did a video that I never thought that would hit 100 likes, okay? And it was so simple. I only share my experience trying to put the fuel on the gas. That means it was simple. I only did it was I recorded when I put the trying to put the fuel in because it's actually went out, but
how many likes did you get?
100,000 already.
100,000 likes.
Yeah, that means I'm telling you this, guys. A lot of people are looking for solutions for gas, but don't go and put all the technical information that we have about the pill. It was simple. I put there that I was saving money. I took a picture of before, like what Lance was saying, and a picture of after what my car is doing. That means only that two stuff, it will make an intriguing for people to know what they want. But that's the best thing. That means the other part too, the video of the back office, guys, it's been amazing for me. Okay, that's another one. Like I said, barriers, to explain too much in English. I send that to them. They like it, and they're like, "But how the field work?" Okay, we have little clips of Dr. Celaya explaining about it. I don't even explain the technical part either. I said, you know what, guys? Honestly, I know it worked really good. I am not engineering, but this is what the video, and send another video. But when you try to explain why, on how, if you're an expert for that, that's fine, but it's always good when it comes from somebody else. That means it's a lot of clips of videos that we have too in Facebook, or tagging people and say, hey, you know what? We have a group. Let me tag you in the question that you have. They will give it to you in better answer. And even if you know the answer, let them to go there, because it's going to be really cool. I know you want to be smart. I'm not, and honestly, I let people know where they can go and see the stuff, and they're the one that getting intrigued. That means that page that we have in Facebook not only help you, okay, this is the cool part. It helps you to get this person to know more about the product, but we're getting more people to the group. And the more people we get into the group, that in itself is going to bring a lot of views for you guys too. That means what I will advise, don't be afraid to post a before and after picture. Don't say too much. What Lance is saying, I love it, 3 minutes to get somebody excited about it, 20 minutes to get somebody off, the topic. That means I'm telling you, be simple and let's use the tools that we have in that back office. Is amazing with the tools, and there's stuff coming right now. I'm talking to Justin to the translating in Spanish doesn't make sense, but the subtitles, people still love to see the what it sounds in English, and the subtitles are coming in Spanish. But it's an amazing tool over there because it tracks who you send the video to. Okay, that means, and they already had the product there too. I got 3 people that signed up last week. Okay. Only with that video. It helps a lot.
Rebecca, what would you say to the skeptics? So there's a couple of people saying, oh, they're so skeptical.
Right.
It hurts my warranty. What would you say to that?
Okay, so there's a few pieces there that I want to focus on before I answer the skepticism thing. First off, when I said that I had one person, talk to one new person a day, this is a personal goal I have because of where I'm at in my build. But when we were trying to get that intense momentum going, I was talking to a lot of people a day. And sometimes those conversations took longer and sometimes they didn't. It depended on a person's response. So what it's really important to do is to create your own intensity and your own momentum. That part's super, super important. So when they say talk to 10 people a day, I promise you, when you talk to more and more people, the skepticism is going to take a back seat. And I want to, address why that is. So what you have to do, number one, is build your own beliefs. So you took this tablet, it's working for you, and everybody that you're talking to is skeptical. Okay, so what you have to do is be so passionate about what you're doing, is so excited about your results, and so convicted in your belief that you're actually going to be saving money. It costs you money not to have this product. So therefore you want to help everybody save money. That's number one. Number two, then you're going to see how much money that you can earn here, and you want everybody else to have the same opportunity. When you become excited about something, you will talk about it naturally, and you will bring yourself closer to the fire. You will actually turn into these training calls. You will spend time. People are saying, what's the Govee experience? The Govee experience is your belief builder. The Govee experience is the testimonies where you're now starting to see hundreds of people putting in what their outcomes. When you read those, and you know what, I have to read them because I'm the one of the people who's approving them. So I'm reading all these amazing results. Guess what that does to my belief? It takes it through the roof. So if I face a skeptic, I have all the conviction inside of me to handle that skepticism. Okay. So you have to really bring yourself close to the fire. You have to sort of jump in and create the intensity and build your own momentum. Now you can't fall off. You can't have all that momentum and then stop, because let me tell you, when I was going through 6 months of trying to get back into physical fitness, and I would start and stop and start and stop, I was killing myself. I wasn't getting any results. I'm like, why should I do this? I'm just going to go eat the chips. Nothing's working. Well, I wasn't working. I wasn't making it happen. So the same principle applies here. To deal with skepticism, number one, you have to have extreme belief in the product and extreme belief in yourself. You're so convicted that it doesn't matter that you face that skeptic. Now, here's the next thing. Let's say that I'm going to offer Angel and Lance some coffee. I'm going around this little restaurant. I'm going to ask them, do you want some coffee? And like Lance says, no, I'm good. Do I get personally offended if Lance says no? I do not, because he's not ready for it right now. But maybe half an hour later, I come back and say, hey, would you like some coffee? And he's like, yeah, I'll have some coffee. Okay, good. He had some coffee. But maybe that day he doesn't want any at all. He just pays his bill and he leaves the restaurant. But he comes back next week. It's Saturday morning. He wants some coffee. And I'm like, hey, would you like some coffee? And he goes, sure, I'll have some coffee. Oh, a week later, I got him to have some coffee. All right. Think about sharing this opportunity the same way. Don't take it personally. Just because 6 people that you talked to said no, don't worry about that. What we have to do is sort of start building belief. So what we can do is keep adding more people to the funnel, keep putting more people into the testimony group, because out of the hundreds of people that you talk to, you're going to overpower the skeptics in your own mind. Okay. First of all, your own belief's going to build, other people's beliefs going to build with you. You're going to create this excitement. And then you know what? You're going to have the passion to go out and talk to the people who are the skeptics. All right. Let them sit in there. Now, here's the thing about Facebook, guys. Just because you invited somebody to the Govee experience doesn't mean they're seeing the posts. All right. So what do you have to do to get them to see the posts? Number one, tag them in about 5 of them, because other people are going to comment on those posts and they're going to see that. You yourself, you need to be in there liking and commenting on the posts. Read the stories and comment. What does that do? It raises the exposure of those stories to your people who are in there. If you don't participate in the Govee experience, the people you invite won't be participating in there either, and their belief won't be building, right? The other thing you need to do is share some of those testimonies in your stories. I don't have Govee all over my Facebook page. If you go check out Rebecca Oakes, you're not going to see Govee all over my Facebook page. You're going to see real life, just like you saw with Angel's life, family experiences. But you're in my stories, you're going to see stuff about the fuel catalyst. I'm not going to do the science. I'm not going to give away everything so that they don't have to come back to me. I want them to ask me the questions. When they start to ask me the questions, then I can start to share back with them. I can bring them into third-party validation. I can get somebody else, my sideline, my downline, anybody who's had this great story. The first time you have this exciting result, those people's passion can get rid of skepticism for you. So for me, what I do is a slow consistency. I don't get into an argument. I don't vomit science on them, even though I can. You listen to me talk. How many words have I said in 30 seconds? I can absolutely talk people, like I can out-talk anybody, but I don't do that, because then I'm trying to twist arms and stuff like that. I want their belief to be built by the testimonies and the third-party validation and proof that other people bring. I want them to sense my passion, my conviction, and that's my approach to overcoming skepticism. And for the people who are not ready yet, they're just not ready yet, but I keep dripping on them and I keep following up another video, another testimony, and then I might say, hey, how were your kids? How was that track meet? How was that ball game? And I just keep interacting with people while I drip tidbits on them. Hope that answered the question.
So my knee jerk to these people, everybody listening that says, everybody's a skeptic. Nobody wants to put it in their car. No. You're not talking to enough people. And you're transmitting your fear and skepticism. So if you talk to 4 or 5 people and you get 2 or 3 skeptics, one, you probably turned them into a skeptic by word vomiting on them instead of saying, oh my gosh, I use it. It works. Put it in your car. It's safe. It works. It won the Nobel Prize for chemistry, and then shutting up and letting them do it. You went blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe I should do research. Maybe it would. So you talked them into being a skeptic. And then the second thing is you didn't talk to enough people. And so now what you're doing is you're taking your worldview, which is 5 contacts, and extrapolating that everybody's a skeptic. Bogus. Everybody wants to save money on fuel. Everybody wants to save money on fuel. That's 100%, except the Tesla drivers, and we don't even like them. Okay, so everybody wants to save money on fuel. You just need to share it with more people. Most of them are going to say, oh my gosh, does it work? You say yes, they're going to try it.
What?
Most of them will. And what happens is you had a couple bad experiences. Now your mindset is everybody's a skeptic, and you almost go into it talking them into being a skeptic, not intentionally, but that's what's coming along. And so what I'd say is the more people you talk to, the less you'll be tied to that response, like the coffee response. And the more you're going to find that everybody does want to save money on fuel. Everybody is looking for a solution, and you're going to get better at getting through those people quicker. You're going to get better at getting to the yeses. And once you start to see the yeses, then you're going to start the mindset. Everybody wants to save money on fuel, and oh my gosh, I've got it. And when that becomes your mindset, you're going to feel like you can close 90% of them. So right now, if you're in the skeptic mindset and they're all a skeptic, I promise you, that's on you. That is your mindset. That is your mind frame. That is not what we're finding in the marketplace. And you need to get through that. And the way you get through that, get in front of more people, get more presentations out there. You did 3, 4, 5 people. You got 3, 4, 5 no's. And now you're thinking, everybody says no. That's wrong. Move on, get out of your head. Let's go. We're running. Well,
one more thing.
Yeah, go.
Hey guys, one of the things is that how you approach to this is not a network marketing company, and that is the first thing that people get is like in their mind if you talk about it. Okay, we are a subscription company, and this is very simple. Okay, I buy product because a friend of mine told me a subscription company had this product is really cool. That's it. He didn't tell me about business. He didn't say about anything. Guess what I did? I went and bought the product. Okay, that means it's very important. This is a subscription company. Okay, what are you doing? I got this new product. It's really cool. I want you to try it. That's it. You know, the thing is this is a subscription company. If you let people know that this product, you got it from Bobby, a subscription company, let them go get the product, let them use the product, and then let them know that they can make money on it, okay? But you get so excited that the first thing you want to let people know how much money they can make because you are so used to letting people buy products like these only by making money. This one is a saving money. My sister called me, her husband is a lawyer, they never done network marketing, they never done anything that is multi-level stuff. And I say to her, this is not a multi-level marketing, this is a subscription company. I say to her, and she's like, how did I explain to people? Because I got to a meeting, the Zoom meeting like this, and they talk about so many stuff. I say, because that's the wrong way to do it. I say, forget about the whole Zoom meetings. That is like going to learn about stuff. I say to her, go and let people know that you got a product to save you money. Guess what? She's signing up more people than and she is like, now we're talking that now the meetings are for the people who are using the product, and then we do that. But if you use the magic, we are so powerful right now, guys. It's a subscription company. Don't go and sell a business. Let the people know about this. Let the product get them on it, and then you talk about the business.
Yeah, keep it really, really simple. Keep it simple, silly, KISS, write it down. I just want you to just internalize this. We've been in business less than 2 months. I believe, not positive, we're selling more fuel tablets than any other company out there already. I'm almost 100% sure of that. We will be twice as big at the end of August than we are already in July. We've created 40 people that are superstars making 6 figures if they keep that. You know, superstars make 6 figures, $100,000 or more a year in our first 45, 50 days. We're just getting started and we're smashing it. And so I want to talk about that just a little bit because we're gearing up to be a very big company. We have a lot of money in our war chest. We have a lot of people that are really bought into where we're taking this company and how big we're taking this company. So talk about that. You've been dealing with packaging, shipping, ship stations. Maybe you can give us an update, Angel. People are a little bit worried. We came out so fast, so big, so strong that it took a while to get those first products out there. What are we doing to make sure everybody gets their product in a timely fashion moving forward?
Well, that's a good question. You have to have a perfect people to track that. Okay, first of all, the back office that we have is unbelievable. It gives us live, like in the moment, we know how much we have in inventory in each station that we have. We have Europe, we have Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. We have El Salvador, and today I finalized the person that is going to be doing the stuff in Panama. But Hernan Ruiz is a person to work directly with Justin. Okay, and they know exactly what is the sales that we are getting. Based on the sales, the program subtract already the product that we have in each warehouse. Okay, and from there, we are already shipping product to different places. And let me tell you this, guys, we are not a company that we depend and somebody to call and take them over and pick it up. I go personal, and if I have to deliver the product, I will do it. And I want to explain this very important because when I went to UK, okay, people were thinking that we were having problems with shipping. No, the product itself takes more than 2 months to order. That means to give you, when we started the business, nobody knew about anything about it. It was only us three, and we already placed an order of the product, okay? That tells you that we were, before we even talked to anybody, we already put an investment already for product. Like the week that we opened for June 7th, no, it was, no, actually before that, it was like
June 4th.
Yeah, we saw the what was coming, and we placed another big order, okay? What happened was, the first order that we got, it actually took longer because we had Canada holidays, we have 4th of July holiday, everything got stuck. As soon as we got the product, the first thing I did is get to luggage, go to UK. We have other people that was already here from Poland. That means we got other people, you know, that the good thing is when you have friends, you know, that they will go with you and work together. This is what we are in the company. We're not only partners, but we're friends that we know that we want to take care of. We went to the product over there to the UK. I had never done so much handwriting. I did handwriting on the back of every envelope to make sure people were getting the product there until every chip station is set up right. What I want to say is we are great. We are now set. We are now ready to grow, and we have pre-ordered product. We have plenty product. It's been a blessing that we had the money to actually pre-order product. You know, not a lot of companies can have the people that we have behind with us that is there to put the money that we need to order for inventory. That means we are ready to go for anybody. And remember, I think we're working with Justin, where we're going to let you know what countries they have a warehouse inside the country. That way, you know the time frame that take from that country to you guys.
Yeah, so we right now have a ton of inventory in our warehouse. We've ordered 1 million tablets. That second order is which would be 200,000 packages, sachets, and that order's supposed to start hitting our warehouse this week. And we're doing that to not only be caught up, but to be way ahead in all of our markets around the world. We're gearing up to be doing several $1 million a month in sales, because that's where we believe we're headed over the next couple of months. And what that means to you is big downlines, big teams. You are first to market. That means you have huge opportunity to capitalize on what's going on right now. So Rebecca, what did we miss on that topic?
Let's see here. So if we do have, I like that you focused on the warehouse spots, but if we do have people who do run into issues with the shipping, sometimes like we have to hand the product over to another party. So if something happens, what do we have in place for that? Or let's say if like product just arrives damaged, because sometimes these shipping companies can do very interesting things. How will we handle that?
Okay, so there's two things. First of all, most of our problems with shipping have come from promoters putting the wrong information into the back office. So I'm pleased, teach your people to double check their addresses, to double check their mailing information. At first, we were just reshipping that product, but it's happened enough now that we're going to have to charge you to reship. We're not going to, we want you to get your product. We want to make sure that you're happy. But we can't, if you're making the mistake, we can't pay the money for your mistakes. So we will charge you to reship it, and we're going to get it back out to you as fast as we can. We want you to get your product. So for sure, make sure that people are careful when they're entering in their mailing information, particularly internationally, because it's a little bit different. You need to make sure you're putting the right information in the right spot. So teach your people.
And this is great, guys. Let me tell you this. We have 200 orders right now in Europe that they didn't even put the house number, okay? That without house number. And another thing too, very important, let you people know that always send emails to you. And sometimes your email, you have to go and make sure you put that as a preferred email. That way it doesn't go to junk. And or go search for that emails. If you haven't got your product yet, I promise you will have an email that we are waiting to get the right address. Right now, without a house number, we cannot send the product. That means we're trying to contact the people that we can. But one thing that you need to do is make sure when you do your profile, put your right address and your phone number too, because most people don't put the phone number too. Okay, make sure your phone number is there, because without a phone number and you're not responding to the email, sometimes we actually go and look it up who signed up the person to try to get to that point. But guys, truly, it will help us if you teach people to put phone numbers on the profile that we can contact them. Okay, we are like more than happy. Even myself, I work, with customer service, looking the phone numbers, figure out. We have a person in Mexico City that they were one of the founders. They complained to me that we cannot get the product to them. We've been trying to get phone number was wrong. They only put like 5 numbers. They didn't even put a real number. Okay. Email was wrong too. That means for us to be able to help you guys, very important that you let people know that you want to have the right information in your back office. But when you do the orders too, before you save it, because sometimes it pop an address that like you can actually automatically thinking that that's your address. Is not. And we're fixing that right now. We're working on it. But to make sure before you save it, look, your address is right, okay? So that will help us. And make sure for I pay out too, okay? This is a good one too. For I pay out, if you don't have your right information, they need both information. That means if you don't have your full name, okay, phone number, when you want to get your money out, that's going to be a problem too. That means everything will be affected if you don't do your profile. Very careful with all the information.
Yeah. If you look at where we're at, our sales in this space, I think we're smashing the competition in this space. In fact, if you hear the competition talk about us, they're terrified of us. We don't look like a startup company. Our back office is better than almost any billion-dollar company out there. It's more intuitive, it's cleaner, it's easier to use, it's simpler. Our marketing tools are way better than any other company I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of some really big companies. Our branding team's done a great job. Our video team has done a fantastic job. You look at the branding, it's clean, it's sleek, it's catchy, it's cool. You're going to start to see a swag store that starts to feature the Go brand on your hats, on your gear, on your drinks. We hope that you start to represent the Go brand. Guys, you've got the tools, you're in the place, the timing is right, and this is starting to take off with or without you. And you've got to decide if you're going to go along for the ride. And you go along for the ride by just doing the daily efforts. You can plan on getting a lifestyle coach and a fitness coach, and I'm going to change my life and change my body and change my content. But if you don't do the daily actions and you go talk to your coach next week, nothing changes. Or You can start making little changes today that compound over time. I gave you a tool that every one of you could be a six-figure earner, I believe, in a year. And then you looked at that and said, well, that's not fast enough. Then great. Then I tripled it and said you could do it in 100 days. We'll have people that do it in the next 30 days. We've had 40 people do it in their first 45 days. Why not you? Why not here? Why not now? And if that's too big a goal for you, let's just help you hit the 5 by 5 and make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. We've gone for a bit. Any last closing remarks, Rebecca?
Well, I think you guys shared exactly what we needed to hear today. You know, guys, just talk to new people. The rate of, or the number of people you talk to every day will determine your rate of growth, how fast you're going to get there. Stay close to the fire. If you do these trainings, if you get into the Govee experience, if you use third-party validation, you're going to gain so much knowledge and conviction and posture and how you present that the skeptics are going to go away because of your posture, because of what you emit when you're talking to people. And after that, just follow up, because everybody has a different way of buying. Some people want it now. Some people want it 6 months from now. Just do what they say and follow up, and you're going to see with that consistency, it's absolutely going to pay off. So that's all.
Okay, there was one other homework assignment that you were all given, and some of you weren't on early enough. That is to go to my Instagram page, which I almost do nothing on Instagram. So this is like new to me. It's my first reel because all my others came from Facebook, and like my reel. That's minimum. Now, if you're really brave, I want you to go copy it and do your version of it, and then tag me and I'll like yours. And what we could do is create a viral move on Instagram. So it's Lance A. Conrad is the deal. And
means you are at the top. When you become the top, you become the topic. When you are the head, you become the headlines. So don't worry about what people are saying. The reason why they are talking behind your back, it is because they are already behind you. Hey! Touch the neighbor, say neighbor.
we crack ourselves up. I don't know about you, but we're having a good time. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Have fun, build it in the margins, do it daily, start today, make habits that change your life. 100 days from now, this can be a full-time deal for you. 100 days from now or less, this could be a full-time deal for you. You could fire your boss. I'd love to see you do that. I hope you do a GoPro and film you firing your boss. I'd love to post that. I'd love to have a whole series of people firing their boss. I'm out. Mic drop. See you. Bye-bye. Have a great day, everybody.